Okay, so we're going to put an addition on the back of this Quonset shed. And we just, first step was to drill the holes. You can't really see in there, but they're about 4 foot deep. And then we made some laminated posts. That'll be either treated and we'll go in. And we put them 8 foot on center. And then we drilled 2 posts, holes in the back here for an 11-foot door on the back side. Skid steer made off the edge. So we're making some trusses. That's the starting point here. Here's a stack of lumber. Here is the list of lumber that we ordered. 22 2x6x8s treated, 22 2x6x10s treated, 11 2x6x12s treated, 28 2x6x18s, 68 2x6x16s, 20 2x6x16s, 20 2x6x14s, 8 sheets of 1/2 inch plywood, 80 2x4x18s, 2 2x8x18s treated, 6 2x8x16 treated. We put the grade board around the bottom, and then we started running boards up to the top for the posts. So they were treated on the bottom. Now they're just standard 2x6s. We're going 13 feet high. Okay, so we got the posts up. And the ends are a little bit higher to handle the peaks. And then you can see this, the middle is split to hold the rafters when they go in. We get the bottom board on. And now we're going to start putting the girts up. And so now we got the girts, some of them up, basic ones. Still got more to do on the ends. The side wall here is got most of the girts on it. I'm calling it quits for the day. They're 36 inches apart. You still see the end wall here. We got an 11-foot doorway on that end. We're gonna put a bunch of barn fans in that hole there, and then we're not gonna have curtains on the sides. We're just going to use it for tunnel ventilation. So we braced it. Now we're leveling it with a string. And we'll put the rafters up. Now we put the end truss on. We're nailing it on. It's going even with the edge of the post. And the bottom. We got a 16-inch overhang. Hooked one side up on the top, and we carried the other side up the ladder.
So right now they are putting in the 6th board on the top. There's Pepper. We're working really hard. Sorry about that. I fell into a hole. And I'm really good. And oh, here we go. Watch this and it'll be amazed. Flipping it. Oh shoot.
You have it, Menno? I got it. There you go.
Yep, and then they just have to put the screws.
These are the nails they're using. They're going sideways through the boards to hold the boards to the rafters. Alright, so we got purlins up on one side almost. Got the other side to do. They're 2x4x16s. And on the ends we'll put 2x8s. So we just cut the posts off flush. Purlins will sit on top of them. Alright, so we framed up for a sliding door here, and it's 2x6s, 3 2x6s, and it's going to be a slider, so we ran it this way, and we also ran 2x4s doubled up here, up and down, so it's all level. Alright, so we cut the ends off for the soffit and fascia. Here's the view from the top with the purlins on. Still have the other side here. About double a foot or so. Cutting the ends off. The braces are still on yet. Alright, we cut 3 1/4 off the bottom to make those level for the soffits. And then for the fascia board, 2x8. And then it'll be the same height as the 2x4s that are on the top for the metal to go to for the roof. Okay, so here's the bracing we put on. This is on the front of the shed just to stabilize. We also, you can't see it there, but we put 2 boards just across to stop the cows from coming in, but there's going to be we put a brace to stabilize it going across that way towards the front of the shed as well. And we got an upside down V here on the back of the shed on both sides. You can't really see it too well here. And then across on the rafters, we did kind of diagonal braces. So on 2 sections, so I guess it would be like a 16-foot span, and we did that on both sides diagonally. And then we had to cut them where they met the rafters, but the ones on the roof really stabilize things a lot. Some people put them on after the metal's on, but I think it's easier to do it before the metal is on, so that's where we're at. We're almost ready for metal. We still got to do the fascia board on this side, and we also put the diagonal cross members in the corners, and they kind of say to do those anything over 10 or 12 feet, I think. So we're at 13, so we decided to do them, the little corner braces. Kind of see them a little bit better here on this side. Every rafter we put those on as well. And then these 4x6s are actually going to be for freestalls, for mounting freestalls on, so that's why they're in there. They're not actually connected to the building itself. So this goes on the edge on the top. This 90-degree trim piece. This goes on the fascia board. Using either the screws to put the tin on. L channel goes under the front of the fascia. Start on the back of the shed and forward. So there's an overlap on this end and an underlap on this end. So they have to be lined up properly as they go across the shed and the roof. There needs to be an overlap and an underlap on each seam. So you can see the screws here are down inside the valleys. There's one every ridge about. And we started back edge trim on the back side of it. Straight down the middle. Putting the last couple pieces of tin on. Having 3 guys seems to be about the right amount. 2 screwing down, 1 handling up. Just using a knife and you bend it over and crease it right on that seam. That's the last piece going up. That was the piece we cut using the razor. We put some base channel on here, but base trim, and the metal goes up to it. Got one side on. Started from the back again and move forward. We line up the trim along the bottom, along the base, or we line up the metal along the base to make sure that the metal comes out straight. And we run a chalk line down so we can hit the screws. Once again, every screw, one screw in every valve. So above, for the skylights, we put this J channel on the top, and then we ran the skylight pieces just like we did with the tin. So this side's done. On the back side, we're putting in 2 sliding doors. It's a 10-foot wide door, but we're putting 2 of them in. So this is how we are building the doors. Put one treated 2x8 on the bottom, and then 2x6s every 34 inches about up. And then we'll put metal on the outside. And we're using cannonball sliders. So here is going to be, here's the back side of what holds the track up. And here's the track itself, if you can see that up in there. I'm going to put latches on the bottom to hold the door closed. And then here's the door. Here's another door that's finished. So that's what the other door is going to look like. This is only an 8-footer, but here are the actual rollers here, and they are cannonball upside down. As you can see, there's the latches, and then we're going to have rollers to hold the doors so they don't blow open, swing out, and cause trouble. So we're getting down there. There's not a lot of metal left. We got some ridge to put on, and then the corners. And we still got, this is the metal for the end doors. So the next step is putting fascia on. It slides up under the drip edge from the roof. One of the last steps is putting the corner pieces on. Go around. That'll be the one on the back side, the ridge cap on. So because we're marrying a Quonset to a standard pole shed, we had to make a bunch of flashing. So there's just individual pieces of flashing and then cut the metal around it. It's kind of a pain. 412 pitch. And this is what's left of the they ordered, so they used almost all of it. And we had 2 half or quarter sheets of white, which is the roof metal. So other than the corners, it's basically, and the ridge cap, it's basically done. Alright, so the shed is complete. It's 50 by 26 wide by 50 long. So it's all done. But the last step was to put the ridge cap on the top, and I'm real happy with it. Double sliders on the back, 1 slider on the side. Looks real nice. It was about, they had 3 guys, and it took about 4 days.